Welcome, 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 welcome. Let everybody take their sweet ass time getting in here. My apologies for the sound. Might be a little echoey. I just can't be bothered to put my microphone on right now. So this might be kind of be like one of those readings. If you don't watch it, almost like as it's going live, or if you don't appreciate it, then you're just going to turn it off anyway. So it has been a huge day in the atmosphere. So actually, I think a huge moment has been brewing for a while. Oh, interference. Ooh, Taurus. We haven't had Taurus in the house for a while. 8th house. Holy crap, it's so hot where I live right now. Whew. Why do I feel like that's Scorpio? Honestly, I'm pretty sure we got the 8th house yesterday. We got Scorpio's house yesterday. So we're getting it again today, which is huge death energy. I don't know what else to call it. I can feel it. And you know what's really weird about this is like, I feel like we're getting like an early fall. So, and in fall, that's Samhain. And that's when the veil is very thin. Ooh, okay. I'm grabbing the demon deck right now for some reason. So I kind of feel like maybe there's a couple things come through the ether. Apparently a demon. I didn't even look at the planet. Oh my God. Mercury. No? Yeah, that's Mercury. Taurus would be Hierophant. I think what is coming through is I think there's a dead soul coming through, which could be a demon, obviously, if they've been around since the dawn of time. 4 demons came out. 4? Okay. Amy. Oh, she's one of my favorites. It's one of my favorite demons. 6 of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, 8 of Cups. The Lovers. We got Gemini twice up in here. Hello to everybody. Native North American, your message have already been distracted. So whatever, I've got things on here. So I'm not going to really be paying attention to the chat. So if you just run out your mumbo jumbo bullshit, I'm probably not going to read it anyways. So I believe in God, don't worry. And I believe in demons. So my God is my God. Your God is your God. All right. I'm getting mixed signals from this reading. 10 of Cups and then the Pentacles over here. Okay, there is something to do with money for sure, okay? I don't know if somebody like in the past didn't want to talk to you because like they didn't have any money or you didn't have any money. And I almost think that was like more important to them. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe in the past, you're dealing with somebody, okay, I don't know if this person is dead, or if you've learned a lot from this person, or if you're just a Taurus. I'm not sure. But the universe wants you to know some things. Like it's almost, you know how they say you can never stop learning, right? You can never stop learning. You always are, you know, if you're evolving, you're learning, right? And every day you can learn something. So I feel like somebody, whoever you're dealing with, or this dead person, has to make you see that money's not the only thing, right? That it's not just money in this world. Like, and you know, some of the most richest people are so lonely, and they're just sitting in their mansions by themselves, you know, not doing anything. And it really sucks, because I think that in your past you had money. You might have been like, your bloodline might have been like priests or something, or teachers, or like shamans, or so you grew up knowing things. That was the truth. Like, your truth is going to be a lot. Like, there are some people that I've known over my years of being here that if you lie to them, you might as well just fucking walk away and never look at them again. Like, they don't want anything to do with you. Like, some people, and then there's pathologicals who are just like lying through their fucking teeth, and everybody believes them, and they believe everything. Okay. And I feel like somebody's had to go deeper. Okay. And realize that there is some hidden gem in your past that is an excellent, like, really, really good match for you. And I feel like you might even work together. Like, I think, and you know what, my mother said this, like 20 years after she exited my father, I was going to say, divorced my father. My father's a carpenter, okay? He's a Jesus. That's all he does is carpentry, right? And my mother, as she grew older, right, she loved carpentry. She loved stripping down furniture and changing it and redoing it and all this. And then she said, you know, if me and your father had stayed together, she's like, we would probably have a fucking multi-million-dollar business going on right now, because the way they both turned out 20 years later, they were almost the exact same person. But they divorced anyways, you know, because my mother wanted somebody with more money. And my father was a GM worker, went to work for 25 years every day. Like, I don't even think my dad ever called in sick. Like, he went to work, fucking, he did midnights for, oh man, at least 10, 15 years. And then my stepmother, obviously he got married, so she made him switch shifts. So then he went to days, and he, you know, he had enough money for my stepmother, because he had a pension. My stepmother wants pension. She wants to make sure that she gets paid for, you know, until the end of time. My mother, on the other hand, she wanted the gold mine right away. So she went and divorced my father and went for a man who was a vice president of a company. But that man who was the vice president of a company was also a fucking pedophile. You know what I mean? So she sold out. She sold out huge for money. And someone's saying, like, don't do that. Like, just because somebody has money, and that's the thing, is they might not even fucking have money. They might just have a couple of credit cards, and it looks like they have money, but really they don't. Okay? You have to see the truth behind what love means to you, I think. Maybe that's, I'm getting like somebody's grandmother, somebody's dead grandmother, and they're like, you have to see love for what it is. If it is the truth to you, why does it matter how thick their wallet is? Their wallet has nothing to do with how you feel about them. It shouldn't have anything to do with how you feel about them. Okay. Give me the Six of Pentacles. It's like they are laying this out pretty good. Okay, the time is up. Okay, I was thinking about this too the other day. You know, my mother taught me that looks were all that mattered. Okay, if they are good looking, date them. If they're ugly, throw them away. That's what my mother said to me. Okay, even my stepmother, she scoffed. Okay, if I didn't brush my hair, if I didn't look a certain way, she completely transformed my father. You know, she completely redid his wardrobe and cut his hair, and she did. You know what I realized? You know, remember that movie Crazy Stupid Love, or Crazy Love Stupid, or Stupid Crazy Love, or whatever the fuck that is, right? Okay, what up, Emily? I'm actually part demon. I have demon blood. But you know, in that movie where Steve, you know, he redoes Steve Carell. You know, he redoes him because he's like stuck in the 80s. He's stuck somewhere where his manhood is nowhere to be found. Okay, so he redoes himself, but my stepmother actually redid my father. Okay, there are some people that looks are everything. So look at this. We've got Clock was stabbed in the back. Okay, so it's time you realize that somebody they massively manipulated you by telling you, okay, that if they don't have money and if they don't have looks, walk away. Because it's something about with this Two of Pentacles, it's like they have to have a job and you have to have a job. Okay? And then, oh, look at over here. Abundance with healthy choices and photo in reverse. I can't lie. Okay, if I fucking tried. Look at this. They were trying to get abundance, okay, by making very unhealthy choices, okay, involving somebody else because of the way they looked. Their photograph. Because of how they looked. It's all that, because that's all that's fucking, so many fucking little narcissists. It's all that matters to them. It's what do you look like? 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 The fuck? It's so unhealthy. It's so unhealthy, you know, because if a person cares about themselves, okay, they will show that. If a person doesn't care about themselves, they'll show that. Right? If they don't want to take care of themselves, then they're going to have BO and nasty hair and never wash themselves. If they care about themselves, you know, they're going to be picking under their fingers. They're going to be making sure their teeth are perfect, right? But they may only have $10. Okay, but the rich person, the person that you think has money, they go to get their nails done. They go get their hair done. They go get a massage. They go get Reiki. They go get sugared. They don't do anything themselves. Okay, they don't do their own nails. They don't wax their own pussy. They don't fart and clean it up. They get somebody else to do everything. So why do you think that person is cleaner or better for you than a person with no money, right? Because I can guarantee you that person with no money does everything they possibly can to try to take care of themselves anyways, right? I'm just reading for the collective. This is just collective energy. Okay, this is just collective energy. We did pull up Taurus. Okay, we got Taurus on the floor, and we have Gemini. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Okay, sorry, Candace. Some people really talk a lot of shit to me while I'm channeling, and I can't read the chat and channel. So, if you're not talking shit, my apologies if I don't answer you. Okay, this is the way I have to channel. I have to keep the channel going, and I can't stop it. Okay, this is an open reading. I should have wrote that on the fucking thing, that it was an open reading, but my bad. Okay, so let's keep going. Okay, what's this? Ace of Swords and Lovers. Lovers. Whoa. Cards like that. I like you. Healing heart with karmic relationship. Okay, like I think a lot of the collective is dealing from this toxicity. Okay, you know what my sister said the other day too? We ran into this guy that I knew back in the day. I actually partied with him. Oh man, you know those open jam spots back in the day when the world was cool? We used to have like an open mic night underneath this Italian place in Ajax. So I met this guy, Chris, and he was one of my buddy's friends who is now dead. And he ended up hooking up with somebody that my sister knew from Toronto and fucking gained like 200 pounds. And we feel so bad for him when we look at him because we know that he is just massively depressed with his girlfriend, with his wife, who's a lesbian, okay, who tricked him into marrying him and having a kid. So you can imagine how depressed this guy is now, okay, that of course he chooses food and his daughter, obviously. He was walking hand in hand with his daughter and his wife was like fucking scoping dudes out. I'm like, of course, that's what you do. Okay. And I think a lot of when my sister looked at him, she was like, I know he might be overweight. She's like, but I would still date him because he's awesome. And I was like, fucking right. Like, my sister never cares about weight. She's, 110 pounds soaking wet. So she's really tiny and she loves big guys. Okay. And she loves pot bellies. She loves big dudes. Okay. Don't get me wrong. She loves the ripped, skinny little skater dudes as well. Okay. But she likes a big burly man too. And when she said that, I was like, man, if only everybody looked at the world that way, because he might be in an extremely unhealthy place right now, which is why he is a little bit overweight, but it doesn't mean that he can't get back to what he was then if he has a better lifestyle and better people around him, right? He has to heal. And sometimes we have to heal relationships like years down the road, because we haven't healed ourselves yet. We've healed away from that person, sure. Okay, that person's fine to be around us or whatever, but we physically haven't mentally walked away yet, right? We're just making it easier for ourselves. Sorry, I'm on this cleanse and like I've got to fucking drink water or I feel like I'm gonna die. And again, like this is all part of the reading. It's like somebody is they've held back their emotions so much because they're just making money. It's just about money to them that they've held back feelings, actual feelings, which their feelings are the truth to them and they won't even express them. And I definitely think somebody has convinced themselves that love is not for them. They don't deserve it. 8 of Cups, 10 of Cups. Mirror, palm tree with lightning. So I think someone's going to kind of put 2 and 2 together here, that their choices in relationships have been the problem. Okay. It's not even you. It's what you were taught. It's what you were taught. It's what was communicated to you. And I remember my stepmother, she immediately, if I said I was dating somebody, well, what does he do? What does he do? Does he work? Why is that the fucking first thing that comes out of your mouth is, does he have a job? I have a job, so do you think that I think that less of myself, that I'm going to choose somebody who doesn't have a job? Like, and I remember she would look at their vehicles and everything. She judged everything. Okay. So much so that she really massively manipulated her son to go to school for a position that started at $80K a year. She made sure that he was taken care of and went to school so then he could have that career path. And she did not do that for my sister and I. She didn't do anything close for my sister and I the way that she coddled her son to make sure her son was, I definitely don't think he's a millionaire, but I definitely think if you liquidated everything and what he makes, because he like produces power, he works at a power plant. So he's like a fucking Homer Simpson. He makes a lot of money. Like he makes at least $100K a year. And considering he started at $80K, I would imagine he's over 100 now. So he's definitely worth a lot. But just because you're worth a lot, it doesn't mean that you're better than somebody else or that you have to, put your dating fancy in this category because you deserve this type of person. Like, I don't know what that means when people say that. Because, like, what kind of person do you deserve? Right? If they're a good person and they're an honest person and they make a good way with how they live their life, then what other criteria are people looking for? Right? That's what you got to ask yourself. Like, what are you looking for? Because a lot of the collective, yeah, they want boyfriends, they want girlfriends, they want to get married, I want to have a baby. But like, do you even really think about all those things you say? Because like, to get married means you have to build a relationship in order to get married. Right? In order to have a child, you have to then form a bond with something you don't even know for the next like 50, 60 years. Okay, which is called your child, right? This so-called house that you want so badly. Remember, you do have to take care of it, right? I think a lot of people, especially women, holy fucking shut up, women. I want a house, I want a baby, I want a husband, I want this, I want that. I want to make sure he works, because if he does not work, I am not taking him. I want a man that's going to wine and dine me. I want a man that's going to take care of me. What the fuck have we bred for women? Okay, for one, if any of those things that you say, get the fuck off my channel. Second, anything those that you say and that's a criteria in front of somebody who's got everything for you but not money, again, please get off of my channel. Those are not people I want to be around, because those are not people that are here for a specific reason, like connection. We are here for something way bigger than just, oh, I paid for it, so it's mine. I'm sorry, what? What does that even mean? Okay, I have multiple things that I've paid for. It does not mean that I fucking stamped it, branded it, and said it's mine. Okay, and you know what's so funny is the way that I do work with my familiars and my energy around me. They've been stolen from me in many dreams. Okay, and my dreams are very much exactly what's happening in reality, like the next couple of days. So my dreams are right on. People have stolen my familiars in my dreams, and they just, I guess because of how I am with them, I don't really know. They expect that animal to be the same way with them, but they don't realize I train my animals. I've worked every day with them to get them to a level where they can be where they are. I don't just, anyways, that's how I do it. So when people steal things in my dreams, or they try to steal my boyfriend in real life, or they try to do something, they think it's going to be easy because of the way that I make it look. It's because I don't show the training. I don't put everything up on social media. I don't give a fuck about social media. It's not my life. My life I will create in the shadows, and I'll show people the aftermath, the project when it's all done. Not while it's being created. Because if you introduce something into a world before it's been established, then you could lose it. So when my familiars were taken from me in my dreams, because I work with them every day, or I try to, right? I do what I can do with them. I work with them, right? And they've all come back to me. And one has been massively fucked with since the day it got here, and they are like night and day now. All of a sudden, it's like we beat the curse, the thing that said that we couldn't be together, or that it was going to be so easy to create a relationship. It's not easy to create a relationship. It's not easy to go get married. Like, you can fake it. Sure, fucking everybody wants to fake it till they make it, right? But other people actually want it authentic, and they're going to try. Right? They're not just going to sink themselves into something because now they're anchored and they're fine and no one can touch them. Because, sweetheart, that anchor can become detached. Okay. It can suddenly just lift up because your boat's way too heavy and it can't hold you down anymore. Like, you wouldn't believe what could happen to you that you won't plan on. Right? So if you're in the arms of somebody because you just wanted safety, you're going to get stuck with them. And then when you get stuck with them, that's where the true colors come out, you know? COVID did wonders for people because it made people go face to face with each other. Instead of this whole 9 to 5, go hang out with your girlies, text your man a couple times, then come home later. No. You had to stay home and actually talk to your man, right? Actually be in a relationship. People didn't want that. No. Because relationships aren't really what people want. They just want stability and extra money. Do you know that I've had at least, I think, 2 or 3 guys not date me because they were financially going to get fucked if they moved out of where their baby mama or / girlfriend was living or wife. I was the more expensive road, which is thus the road rarely taken. And they walked away because it was going to be too hard, because it was going to cost them too much money. People don't really understand why money is there, right? It's like they want to build all this credit, and they want this whole thing that they can lean on, but you don't realize even 20, 30, 40 grand. I mean, without a job does not last too long. You wouldn't even believe how fast it goes, because it's interest. It's mainly interest that takes your money, right? You can't keep up with that. Like, you could think you had all the money in the world and then it could be gone. Like, because you're not planning. People don't, if you're not working every day, then when the flood comes in and takes things, you're supposed to be able to pay for the flood every now and then that happens, right? Because you've got that little bit of money there. But people, they want to get drunk, they want to overspend. They constantly have to do something for themselves. So their money is just running. It's just going faster than what they can make it. So of course they want a relationship, because then that means 2 paychecks. Well, we both have a paycheck, so we can lean on each other. It's all a mask. Really is. It's all a mask. It's just to hide the fact that most people don't want to work. And because of that, they just want to make sure that they don't lose their apartment once they lose their job. And they'll go out with their friends every night, and they'll fuck around, and they fucking won't answer their phone, and they'll screw around just to keep that house. And then they'll come home and suck you off really fucking good. And then you'll be like, oh, well, that's why I married you. Oh. Fucking idiots. Fucking idiots. So that's why the collective is here, because they want to change that perspective. Okay? Which is the sword of motherfucking truth. That's what I'm talking about. I couldn't lie if I tried. I try to tell people that. I don't lie. It's just whether or not it resonates. I can't control if it's going to resonate in your life or not, because I don't know you. So I wouldn't know. Ooh, transformation. I like that. That little olive there, it's going to turn into that little sprouts coming out of the seed. Right out in the open. Boom. Told you. Message pending. Somebody might have a message out there. Check your messages. Check your inboxes. Check your actual mail. Okay. Check your request. You know how that you got on social media? You've got that fucking... Honestly, it's like you can't message anybody anymore without it being protected. And then you have to be invited. And so always check your requests, right? Sometimes it's under spam too. People might be trying to get a hold of you. And it's stuck in a folder, right? And I can see spam. So check your spam folders. Because it could be saying that somebody has a garbage account and it's not. Oh, look what was sitting right beside me. I didn't even realize. Loving nostalgia. Loving memories. See, that's what the 8 of Cups, I'm telling you. Somebody has to go deeper. You've got to realize why you're alive. You know, that the whining and the dining and the bullshit and the flower, that's nothing. That's not a relationship. That's not, like connection, talking again, opening up your heart, speaking the truth, being the truth, wanting to go deeper with somebody. And if somebody can't handle that, if they're like, whoa, hold on, that's a little fucking deep, then fucking move on to the next. Move on to somebody who can talk to you, can have an intellectual conversation about how they're feeling. Because you're changing, you're blooming. And in order to bloom, you have to release that old stuff that says that you're locked up. Because guess what? You're unlocked. right? You can open yourself up again. There's a world that's waiting for you. That's how to get to what you want. It's not about the money being the truth, or how money fucked you over, or how money's not enough. It's as long as one of us has a job, and as long as one of us can hold it down, then we got this. We got this. This is my little ashtray I made because I'm such a stoner. Isn't that pretty cool? This is where I put my little ditty here that I cleaned my pipe out with. And then it has this little mushroom cap for the top. I love clay. I made that out of clay with my 2 little hands. It's like probably my favorite thing. Actually, my sister's ashtray is a little bit cooler, but you know, the more you do, the better you get. So, and that's the thing is like, you know, there's a message in that too. You know, the more you try, the more you change, right? Then the more it's like common sense. It's like something's just gonna fucking click. To be like, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. We have time to do one more reading. So I'm going to timestamp this for 32 minutes. Mars energy. Pisces again? Wow. Mars, Pisces, 10th house. Oopsies. Capricorn. It's like grounding a career. Let's see. I got a couple things going on in my head right now, so. What is this Mars? Whoa. Some misjustice. Which is freedom. Wow, look at that tower. Tower's been kind of coming up recently. Like, there's the 10 of Swords. And then we have Justice in reverse. Which is not looking good. That's some serious misjustice. Of, like, hurting you. Stabbing you in the back. And you can't see because they're stabbing you in the back. So how do you know? Like, you turn around and no one's there. Turn around, no one's there. Like, what the fuck? A lot of swords. Like, someone's been, like, hurting you. And that's, like, this, even the Mars, like, the Mars little decal thing, I don't know if you can see it, but it almost kind of, like, looks like a sword, you know, like the tip of a sword. It's, like, jamming you everywhere. What's this Pisces? You ever heard of that phrase? What is it? When a butterfly flaps its wings, it's like a tsunami could hit the twigs, something like that. Some kind of a stupid riddle. It's kind of like that. That's kind of what I'm getting. It's that Two of Pentacles again, with the Daughter of Cups. Fragile, but doesn't want to be scattered anymore. Wants something concrete. So maybe this is a job. Like, I don't know if you've been like massively deceived in the workplace, right? Like there's something you're supposed to do. There's 10 of Pentacles in reverse, actually. We're going to take that. And then the 10 of Swords, like 10. Like something's definitely ending. 3 10s. With the Tower? Fucking come on. Wheel of Fortune. Because someone's been lying. Oof. Somebody immature is fucking with you. Obviously, they're not doing it to your face. They're doing it behind your back, which is causing you a lot of anxiety because they're supposed to be working with you and they're not. They're out to get you. And that's why, like 8 of Cups again with the 9 of Cups. It's like, love yourself more. It doesn't even matter. There's judgment. 6 of Swords, Mother of Wands, protecting your star from the rat, getting out of it. Yeah. Okay. So somebody's definitely like on the move. Okay. Or they're about to be on the move, which is obviously why, I mean, the Tower hits, you could lose a job or you could lose your apartment. You have to move, something happens because somebody's been kept somewhere that they weren't supposed to be because somebody else just didn't like them or they were immature about the situation. So they were like, well, I'm not going to let you work with anybody. And it was, they called you a liar. Okay. They called you the liar. Like you didn't know what you were talking about. And they had to switch this fate for you, even though you were working so hard to get towards it. It's like, it's obviously something in the arts. Okay. Like you wanted to be a painter and they were like, there's no fucking way that you can be a painter. So you were like, okay, fuck you. Like, you don't deserve to tell me what I can and cannot do. But they completely derailed you. It's like you had to give up on it because what else were you supposed to do? I mean, especially if you're like, if these were your parents, you like had to live with them or something, like where were you going to go? Right? So they were just going to watch you get sad. They didn't care that you were sad because I think they were kind of hoping that you were just going to grow out of it. Right? It's like, oh, what was I watching last night where the son wanted to be a magician? And the mom was like, no. Oh, I think it was House. And the mom was like, you can't be a magician. And he's like, why? Like, that's what I want to be. That's what, oh no, it was a clown. He's like, that's what dad was. And that's what I want to be. I want to put smiles on people's faces. That's what I want to do. But mom just wants him to go to school. Like, oh, just go to school, make money, blah, blah, blah. It's always about money to people, always. And it's like, they just want your brain on that. They don't want your brain on anything else. So they don't want you to seek the imaginative side, which is probably this Pisces, right? They don't want you to get into your magical emotions because then you're going to drive down that road. Like if you wanted to be an actor, then they were like, no, then one day they're going to make us drive them out to fucking Vegas or LA and I'm not doing it. I'm not following this stupid dream for him. You know, like, oof, I kind of just got a headache a little bit from somebody's father. And like, this kind of could be why it's the 10th house, where it's like maybe a little bit of possession here of somebody's parent just really not allowing them to do anything. So we move on to then basically, I guess the universe just giving you what you need. Right? Because there's only going to be so long that you can float in the in-between, right? And they're telling you to do something that you shouldn't be doing because you've got something else, and that something else, other people make it. So why can't you be one of those people? right? That makes it. Why? And it's all because of somebody's negative energy. Somebody's negative energy. And it's this Father of Swords in reverse. This lying father. And it's because they were worried about it. And had they had just said that, you know, had they had said, like, I'm just a little bit worried about this, and, you know, I don't think you could get as far as what you really think. And really, they were kind of thinking that you were a douchebag and that you weren't going to work for it, and that you were just going to take some stupid fucking loan out or live under their roof for 100 years and not really do it. I think they underestimated your work ethic. So they knew you were going to work hard. They knew you could work hard. So they said, fuck it. We'll put them on this road and they won't even know. Like, there is 1, 2, 3. I thought there was 4. 4. Yeah, 4 10s with a tower. So that's 5 10s. And 5s are change. What's that? Ooh, I've just looked on my table. There's these tarot cards that are on my table. I have obviously I have all the decks too. And it's giving me death, which is, again, Scorpio energy, like transformation. Oops. Oof. Ooh. Yeah, it's like, okay, so somebody's got to figure out here that they know how. Okay, it's not about what people say about you. It's now about what you say about yourself. Okay, people have to take you seriously or they don't get to be around you. Pure and simple, okay? You're not a fucking child, right? And you've got to give this cup to yourself that you're the truth. You know what you're doing. If you want to go for something, I swear to fuck, you're saying to them, I'll bleed for it. I will bleed for it. If you really honestly think that I am not going to do this and I'm not going to try as hard as possible to do this, then I'll come over to your house and I'll bleed on it so you can watch me. And that unhooks this 2 of Cups fantasy in somebody's mind that thinks that they can control you, this King of Wands. Now they're coming up as the King of Wands in their feminine energy with the 2 of Cups in reverse and the Hanged in reverse. So it's literally like they were hanging you in something, acting like they loved you, acting like everything was all copacetic, and yeah, I even drink with him, okay? He's my son, or she's my daughter. I know, I can make the decisions for them. I know what's best for them. No, they don't. No, they don't. Okay, that's all I can say. 6 of Cups again. Never mind. I don't know if the 6 of Cups was actually in this reading or not. Might have just been in the reading before. Yeah, okay, it was reading before. 6 of Cups in reverse with the King of Pentacles in reverse with the 3 of Wands. Something just snaps. Something, it's like, honestly, I really feel whoever is or has been holding you back, okay, from this opportunity that's obviously coming back around again to find you. I mean, they're gonna, whatever they're gonna say immediately, I'm not paying for that. Okay, immediately. I don't know if there's somebody that like wants to go to school, or they want to get away, or they want to go do something because they know that this is it. Somebody's going to immediately say, I'm not paying for that. Just like I said in the past. I said I wasn't going to do it in the past, and I'm not going to do it now. And that's where this person snaps, because I think what they think is that it's all about money, and you're just going to try to prove them wrong, and that's the only reason why you're doing it. It's like I almost get the feeling that they think you just want to stick them with this, you just want to fuck them. And it's like, whose parent thinks that way about them? Like, clearly this individual, or if it's your wife or something, that's holding you back and saying you can't go and do something, you can't go to school, you can't try again. Like, I mean, clearly this person is invested in something else and not you. They're invested in you in a different way, and now you're trying to invest in yourself, and they won't support that because it's going to cost them something, and they won't pay for it. So you'll be like, okay, fine. Well, this is my truth. And cheers to me, because like I said, I'm going to bleed for it. And I don't love you enough to stay hooked to this like I did in the past. Because maybe in the past, your parents, they had a lot more pull over you. Okay. Right. Whereas now they don't. Now it's like, okay, well, before that used to matter, that you cared about what I did, but now it doesn't matter because I care about what I do. And that's your drive forward. It's your freedom forward. And they might think, people might think that you're fucked. Like I would never do that. I would never try and do that. They are fucking fucked to think that that's going to work out for them. Ooh, the rigid. The emperor, stuck in his ways, right? It's like you get in your ways, of what you want. See it for what it is, crystal clear, and go with that. Trust yourself. Trust what you do. Honestly, if I listened to my parents, I would have never continued painting. I'd certainly never have this channel. I would probably be in the most unhealthy, ridiculous, full of shit relationship ever. Like, I'm pretty sure Ace of Wands in reverse with the Six of Pentacles in reverse, like throwing there, like, honestly, I would have thrown my life into nothing. And literally, I would have put it all into nothing, right? Because if that's truly the way that people see things, they invest everything in that, even though they don't even really know what it is. They just know that they get to come home to it every day and it's going to be there for them. Oh, dogs do that too, Yeah. Too much money on the head. Too much money on the brain. That I think someone's got to stop thinking that way, because if it's a gift that you want to, progress with and see what can happen with it, then, the money will be there. And if it's not there, then, please don't spend every single last drop trying to chase something around, right? Because it will naturally come to you if that's what's supposed to happen. So anyways, it's in your roots. Like, something is in your roots, like that damn family magician, like the dad was a magician. Like, something is in somebody's roots, definitely, on what they do. So for this to come around, it's like sometimes you got to take a chance. Ooh, Ace of Cups. I just cut to the Ace of Cups. You got the Ace of Cups twice. Like, take this cup. Like, if it's gonna help you live a better life, then who the fuck cares about what anybody else sees of that? It doesn't matter. They're not living your shoes. They're not walking in them. They're not paying your bills. Pretty sure they're paying their own bills and living their own life and fucking who they want. So why the fuck do they care what you do, right? So we're going to leave it at that. I'm going to go continue with my day because I've got some things to do. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it resonated. Again, only take what resonates, okay? If it doesn't resonate, don't take it. It could fuck you up. And personal readings, whitneymoonshine@gmail.com. And have a good one. Peace out. I enjoyed it. How do you end this? Here we go.